So this here is our hire car. It's a lovely Vauxhall Astra. Good. Right, how you all doing? I realise I haven't actually filmed myself talking so far in this video. So today we are on our way to climb the highest mountain in Northern Ireland because we are trying to get through all of them in the British Isles, like all of the country's highest mountains in the British Isles. So we've done Snowdon, we've done Scafell when I was a lot younger, and now we're doing this one in Ireland. We were planning on doing Ben Nevis, but we thought it might be a bit dangerous in October, so we decided to do this one. It's only 800 and something meters. From memory, I think it's like 850 meters or something like that. So yeah, it should still be fun. And then, if we do that one, there's two left, which is Ben Nevis and also Carron-Two Hill, which is in the Republic of Ireland. So then I would have stood on the highest point in each of the countries in the British Isles, which is fairly cool. Right, I believe that there is the top. I think we've only seen one other person climb this here, and that is because it's actually school time in Northern Ireland. They have next week as half term instead. This wall here runs parallel to the path that should take us to the top, which is only there. Okay. I am telling you, this is one of the hardest mountains ever. I know it's only 800 and something meters, but it is so steep. Like, oh dear. I'm still not even at the top, I don't know if you can see that. I think that might be the top there. I'm not actually sure. Like, you can't even see the drop. Well, it's not really a drop, but like, look how steep it is there. Honestly, look how steep that is. I was down there like 10 minutes ago. It's virtually like you're climbing a vertical ladder. And it also started raining earlier, but it seems to have stopped now. It's still really windy. I don't know if you can hear my voice. Sometimes if you can't, I'll just have to put subtitles over the top. Right, we have made it to the top of a mountain. I am now standing at the highest point in Northern Ireland. It's so windy and so cold up here. Right, so we have just reached our hire car from going down the mountain, and I didn't take many photos on the way down. That is because I virtually took them all on my way up, so yeah. Yay, we finally made it to our premier in room. So, it is the morning of Tuesday. Today we're going to go on a tour bus around the city and maybe go to the Titanic place. Don't exactly know what to say, you'll have to watch the video to find out. Now, I went on one of those hop-on, hop-off buses in Reykjavik, and I'm going to leave you a link to that video if you want to go and check that out after you've watched it, or you can go now, I don't really care.
Yeah, I see you, you don't see me. Your eyes go cold, they're glistening. Don't you know the way I found my way back to you? When I went astray, the stars, they guide me to you. I'm seeing embers burning for you. These won't burn these feelings, it's you. You're calling on your light, you're calling on your light, you're calling on your light. Come, come, come. You're calling on your light, you're calling on your light, you're calling on your light.
The gantry was constructed to house two massive ships that were being built for the White Star Line.
Another hatch.
So I've turned now to track down the foremast.
What's that hole?
That's the entry to the crow's nest.
Wow. That's where they saw the iceberg from. Is that what I think it is?
Hang on, let me steady the ROV and I'll move in. Captain Edward Smith's private bathtub. With plumbing for freshwater and seawater, believe it or not.
What should be there? Right, this building we were just in is very oddly designed. For example, their windows. It's very symmetrical, should I say. Look, there's some random windows up there too. Right, I am currently standing on the site that I took a picture of earlier from that building there, that funny shaped building. And this is where they launched the Titanic. Apparently like 100,000 people turned out to watch it. And if you did not know the Titanic was made in Belfast, you probably picked up that it has a link with Belfast by now, and I would be amazed if you haven't. Right, so as you have probably seen, there are two, like, I don't really know how to describe them, there's two, like, pathways where there's poles on either side. That's because two ships were built here as well as the Titanic. So there was the Titanic and the Olympic, and the Olympic didn't crash and didn't sink, so you could call it a success. But it was used to carry like army militants and stuff, and yeah, this is a very big area, so the ship must have been massive. In Belfast, there's 7 quarters to the city, which makes no sense because a quarter's like 1/4. It's a quarter, so there should be 4. And we are currently in the Titanic quarter, and it's as loads of stuff to do with the Titanic. What we just went to, this ship we're about to go to, loads of like museums and galleries and stuff. I'm getting a bit carried away taking photos. I don't know how many will make it into the video though. We're having to walk back because we couldn't be bothered to find the bus route that works because it took a lot of effort in Reykjavik, so you know. That building is being propped up by them wooden things. Imagine parking your car in that car park there. I wouldn't want to. Right, so our flight home is tonight. We're just going to go down for breakfast and then we're going to the Giant's Causeway today. Right, so they did warn us about it, so I'm not really complaining, but there's loads of building work going on outside, so we had really loud drilling all through the night. It was fairly unpleasant. It's all these guys' fault here. One thing I have noticed is we have a card to get in, which is all the lights will turn off now because you've got to put it in this thing here for the lights to be on. But now see it's gone dark. But this card here gets into the room, and what I have noticed is cards do not tend to work very well because I went to the Grove just north of London and we had to get the card reprogrammed because it stopped working. In Iceland, like, it worked the first time, but then the second time, or like the third time, it would just defunction and stop working. So because our room was a long way away from reception, we always had to take it in turns going down to get it reprogrammed. And eventually I went down and said, this has happened several times, you need to get it sorted out. And then they did get it sorted out and it was fine from then onwards. And this card, I've already had to go down to reception to get it reprogrammed once. And because when I tried getting back into the room now, I put it in. The first time it didn't work. And I was about to go back down to reception, but I put it in the second time and it worked. Can't they just give us a normal key? Like, these cards, they just don't work. Maybe I am an extremely unlucky person with these cards breaking, but I just want them to be better, to be honest. Our flight tonight is at 8:30 and should get us back to Birmingham at 9:30. Who's that specimen over there filming me, I wonder? So, we have made it here. Right, so we have this top trumps game, and it's about the world, and this is on it, and you get a score for like how close it is to London. This is the closest one, so it's the easiest wonder of the world we can get to, if that makes sense. Right, everybody. So we've just walked up the cliff from a giant causeway, and we are on this lovely path that leads us back to the car park, and then I think we're going to go to this bridge somewhere. You'll have to carry on watching the video to find out what on earth it is or where on earth it is, because I do not know. What I do know is that it's in Northern Ireland and it's along the coast, so what I just said was technically incorrect. Anyway, I've got a feeling this video is probably going to be very long by now, probably about 40 minutes I'm guessing, so thank you for persisting with it until this long, I guess. But on the whole, I do think that was quite cool, and I do think Northern Ireland's quite nice. It's funny because before, none of me, my brother or my parents had been to both islands, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. So yeah, it's all our first times, and we've all got quite a good impression. This path does have some excellent views. Right, so when we get back down to where we started from, where the car park is, there is this like mini exhibition, like museum type thing, a bit like the Titanic thing we went to yesterday. So I might film some of that for you. To our second place of today. So, that bridge, fishermen went on it to fish from the island, and they only had one handrail, and we had two. So we are nearly back at the airport. There are two airports in Belfast. One is a city airport, and one is an international airport. It's quite self-explanatory. The international airport does flights to international countries, and the city airport just does flights to other destinations in the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland, I think. That's just like Reykjavik. The airport we went to was about an hour away from the city, yet there was one just outside our hotel that did flights to other destinations in Iceland, and I think they also did flights like Greenland and maybe the Faroe Islands, so virtually just places nearby. So I am about to embark on my second flight on the propeller plane. If you've watched the video this far through, you deserve a Spriggan Gamer award. So this is a road, but do you see what I see? You can't actually get onto it. It shows how small an airport this is, because one just left at 7:20, the next one's ours at 8:30, and then they stop at like 9:15. I'm sorry, but that's going to be the end of the video now. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.